Gojo versus Jogo. That is the face-off last episode left us with a cliffhanger on going into this episode here. I want an absolute beatdown. I want Jogo questioning his entire existence, being no match for Gojo. He should have listened to Geto. That's what I want to see. Will it be what I see? I'm thinking it is, and that's why I'm so excited. What's up guys, it's Jughead here. Welcome back to our Let's Watch Jujutsu Kaisen series. Today we are watching episode 7, Assault. And so, without any further ado, tune in to my full uncut reaction and stay for my in-depth analysis discussion afterwards. So, Jujutsu Kaisen Assault in 3, 2, 1. Let's watch. This was the ending to last episode. Telling the driver, stop, leave. He senses something. I want this battle to really essentially establish how Gojo fits into the power hierarchy of this universe. Leave. It's no longer safe. Hands in pockets. He's ready. There we go. Hell yeah. Let me gaze upon this animation I'm about to see. I'm not even gonna say like, oh no, oh shit, cause who cares? Means nothing. He put a force field up immediately. I already know. He's fine. I wouldn't be surprised if his hands are still in his pockets. Even though that was fucking sick. Means nothing. You cocky bastard. Yep. See that force field? His hand's still in his pocket. He doesn't even know about him. Yeah, so he's an unregistered special grade. They don't even know about him. Stronger than the current Sukuna. Interesting. Kind of gets rid of the meaning. If they become such a normal occurrence. Oh, hell yeah. That smile. What the hell was that? It's not like he cares about hurting regular humans. Yeah, he wants to make sure there are no other sorcerers. What are those insects? Ew. Practically just snap his fingers and they could go away. That's so... Okay, yep. This animation's gonna be peak. Reasonable to expect that they would explode. What happened to his head? Gojo's not even had to do anything physical yet. Strength. This is what this is about. Strength is relative. Relative to humans, yeah, you're immensely powerful by those standards. You killed all those innocent people in that cafe, spontaneously combusting everyone in the flames, but you are utterly insignificant next to Gojo. You're the insect. Now I want your arrogance to get shattered by a living god, practically. Someone who exists on a completely different level than you. Infinity. I love his taunting voice like that. Infinity is an actual tangible force. His opponents can never really touch him because there is always an infinite amount of space between them. Oh. And I love how Gojo isn't some cold, detached hero. He is reveling in and enjoying getting to flex his power. Now there's a physical attack right there. Fuck him up. I want a goddamn one-man massacre. Infinity exists everywhere. My technique brings it into reality. Convergence. Divergence. If you touch this void. Curse technique reversal. Red. What the hell? Yeah, he's regretting this decision. He should have listened to Geto. Yeah, he's trying to run away. He's still smiling. Oh my god, this animation's fucking incredible. Whoa! The blue light shimmering from his eye. Yeah, fucking volcano curse. Now in a fucking puddle of water. Can't really do anything. Yeah, you should have fucking listened to him. Or no, I'm glad you didn't. Just fucking die. What's your domain expansion? Let's see what it is. He ran all the way to get Yuji. While you wake up and try and sit up or stand up after I beat your ass, I'm gonna run all the way to pick up Yuji and bring him here. To watch me beat... This type of beatdown needs an audience. He's beginning to control his emotions. Keep it stable. Is that Lord of the Rings? He's learned quick. Not even in a rush. Walk down the stairs. Brought him for an audience, and hey, this is a good teaching moment, so... While this guy's recovering, I'm just gonna go grab my pupil right here. And you can watch. They're both right in front of you. Yeah, and you're about to be the test subject. You're the frog we're about to dissect. You're the guinea pig. You're his bitch. Yeah, piss him off. Get him angrier. This animation is incredible. I want to see both their domain expansions, please. There we go. Okay, okay. Domain expansion what? Are we gonna be inside a volcano? Yep, just liquid hot magma. Lava. That's a sick shot. We're inside a coffin of the Iron Mountain. So again, his domain expansion, just like all of his combat so far, is gonna be purely physical. Deadly, but purely physical, which does nothing against Gojo. An innate domain constructed with cursed energy and enforced with cursed technique. So that wasn't infused. You get a boost in stats due to environment right off the bat. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, that's why I was kind of chuckling, because it sounded exactly like that. Sounded exactly like an RPG or some game. Yeah, they're not even steaming. They will always hit. Interesting. Okay. You can try to escape the domain, but that's not recommended. Usually not possible. Probably is for him. And he has the infinity. You didn't even get the prison realm. The most effective way to counter a domain is to expand your own. The more refined one, and that's about to be him. Is he about to open it? Oh my god, we're about to see his eyes. We're about to see his face. Holy shit, are we? They always hit. Infinite void, and we see his face. Why is he even more attractive with the thing off? Of course he has the most beautiful blue eyes. Oh my god. Yep, like I said, Jogo's was gonna be purely physical. Gojo's is the polar opposite. Gojo's domain is the absolute polar opposite counter to Jogo's domain. Jogo's domain is designed to just incinerate his foes. Purely physical, deadly, yes, but purely physical. Gojo's infinite void is not destructive. I see everything, feel everything, but a paralysis through endless perception. Overwhelmed by information and perception to the point of helplessness. Insane. Existential paralysis. He can't move, he can't think, he can't do anything. How many people have seen Gojo without his blindfold? So, does that make you actually dead? Or no? No. Yeah, you can say that again. Holy shit. Just built different. And he's like, I told him, you heard me tell him. I can't afford to be seen by anyone from the school. Why? Is he an ex-student? You're kind. All... I can't read backwards. Can I read backwards? I'm gonna attempt to. That was backwards, right? Oh no, it's backwards, but I was reading from right to... We are the true... What the fuck does it... True... Oh, we are the true humans after all. Okay. So if he can't be seen by anybody from the school, I'm guessing he's an ex-student? Just rolling his head like a damn soccer ball. Just crush it like a pumpkin. Now, who is this I am Groot motherfucker? Ooh, that's interesting. Stripping away your will to fight. An overwhelming amount of tranquility. The opposite of the negative emotions or the intense emotions you need to channel your abilities. Almost puts you in a daydream, a trance. Tranquility and calmness. That might take a while. I love that voice. That sounds like fun. Binge watching movies. Cracking down on my on your letterboxd watch list, and training with the most powerful sorcerer in the world. At the school exchange event, the tournament. He doesn't even know about it. I can't help but laugh every time I see that. Now, who the hell is this? Where are we? You staying at a Motel 6? A Super 8? What shitty place is this? Never mind. You just went through fucking the Narnia cupboard and Now you're in Tahiti. Who is this Frankenstein zombie thing? Where's his body? Can his body regrow? We'll move in to seal Gojo at the appropriate time and at the appropriate place. Once we've secured our advantage. Halloween in Shibuya. Great. Who the hell is this? Creepy ass. Wow. This episode here is entirely and purely about the power dynamics in this universe. The upper echelons of Jujutsu sorcery. The overwhelming might of Gojo against the formidable yet far weaker Jogo. We witnessed the vast chasm between human sorcerers and curses. I can't really recall the last time I've ever watched an anime where the confrontation between two characters occupies the majority, if not all of the episode. Brisk pacing, little to no breaks for dull extended dialogue or exposition, no extraneous subplots or cutaways diverting attention or killing the mood. I really can't recall. Kept me instantly engaged, and not for a second did I want to look away or did I find myself losing interest. And I love Gojo's nonchalant demeanor. Even in the face of a special grade unregistered curse like Jogo, he has a supreme confidence and mastery over his abilities. To the point, he leaves the battlefield to retrieve Yuji and bring him to use the ongoing fight he's in as a teaching lesson for Gojo about domain expansions. Like he said last episode, he wants and needs to educate and train the next generation of sorcerers to carry on his goal of dismantling the Jujutsu society. Jogo, on the other hand, while also in the beginning exuding an intense confidence, quickly falls into frustration and then realization that Gojo's superiority means his demise. The speed at which arrogance became desperation is exactly the defeat I wanted to witness. Head cut off, should have listened to Geto. What I really found interesting are the literal and philosophical implications of infinity. As if infinity is a physical force that can be manipulated. And the way Gojo explains his technique is that he manipulates the infinite space between objects and people. It's like opening another door into the boundless potential and complexities inherent in Jujutsu sorcery. Just when you think you're getting a grasp of it, an entire new door opens. Gojo effectively brings the abstract notion of infinity as we understand it into tangible physical reality. Gojo talked about convergence and divergence, mathematical concepts, as he showed to Jogo how he couldn't move his hand any closer to Gojo. He couldn't touch him, yet Gojo could move his and touch Jogo. A finite distance, divided and divided and divided, will return smaller and smaller fractions that approach closer and closer to zero, but never actually equal to zero. So take the distance or space between you and any object or force or opponent and divide it. And anything trying to reach you will slow until appearing to stop completely, creating that barrier in between. That is what Gojo's doing. And then we witness both Gojo and Jogo's individual domain expansions. Jogo initiated his domain expansion first, Coffin of the Iron Mountain, enveloping Gojo and Yuji within some volcanic landscape, magma and lava oozing, pouring, bubbling everywhere. And this domain obviously amplifies Jogo's innate abilities, ensuring all his attacks in this space never miss. This place is purely designed to reflect his fire-based techniques, incinerate opponents, and like I said, deadly, but physical only. Jogo triggered his domain expansion in desperation to assert some dominance and eliminate Gojo. Didn't work. His domain expansion was overpowered by Gojo's. Gojo's domain expansion, Unlimited Void, is the perfect counter polar opposite to Jogo's. Gojo's domain manifests as an infinite void, resembling something from a Pink Floyd album cover or concert. The vastness of space filled with boundless information and stimuli from every direction for every sense and neuron. Inside his domain, foes are inundated with endless sensory inputs, rendering them helpless, immobilized, overwhelmed. Existential paralysis is what I called it. Cannot move, cannot speak, cannot think, cannot do anything. The sheer magnitude of information and perceptions paralyzes Jogo, as his mind is unable to process the infinite data presented and fed into his mind. Jogo's domain expansion, or Jogo's innate domain expansion is oppressive, suffocating, terrifying, but grounded. Gojo's is vast, infinite, awe-inspiring, otherworldly, other-universally. We watch and listen to Gojo from Yuji's point of view, learning as we learn. I always love stuff like that. It's explained that while being within an opponent's domain guarantees their attacks will hit, deploying your domain expansion can actually counteract and overpower your adversary's domain if yours is more refined. That is why mastery and precision of your jujutsu is so crucially important. The quality of your innate domain, and therefore domain expansion, can decisively influence the outcome of any battle you're in. And like I briefly commented during the reaction, this lesson made me think about the Force in Star Wars. In the Tales of the Jedi comics from the 90s, different Jedi Masters explain how the Force itself can determine the outcome of battles. And I found it right here. I was looking through my comics and I found the excerpt here. Every soldier knows that war is more than arms and armor. Every warrior carries an image of impending victory in his heart. When the image shatters to be replaced by a vision of defeat, he is beaten. But sometimes a warrior receives assistance from an unexpected source, an inrush of light, blasting away his overwhelming fear and despair, releasing new inner strength. A war is so much more than arms and armor. Half of every conflict is the will to win. In the time of the Jedi, the will to win and the power of war are given by the dark side, or as dawn throws back the night, they are given by the light. And so Master Arca in Tales of the Jedi said, I meditated the fight, influencing its outcome, using a Jedi's mental powers. By visualizing the desired outcome of a battle, a Jedi influences the field of the Force that surrounds all events. With sufficient concentration, a Jedi can strengthen the hopes of their allies and heighten the fears of their enemies. Thus, what the armies know in their hearts must become true because they believe it so strongly. I don't know. There's just so much lore from Star Wars that certain anime makes me think about that, where the more refined training in domain expansion, the more refined your domain expansion is, you can overpower somebody else's. In Star Wars, your connection to the Force, your will, if it's more refined, can overpower your opponent's connection and will to the Force. And I just love how much Gojo can also make me laugh. Next to all of the seriousness and the jaw-dropping moments, I love that he can make me laugh just as much as he can make my jaw drop and my eyes widen. I love him as the invincible but playful mentor. Such a fun character that way. And to today, in this episode, have the full presentation of his power, even to the point we see his face. This is Gojo. This is Gojo underneath the blindfold. And holy hell, is he a gorgeous man. This episode fully cements him as the strongest character in the series so far. His confidence and personality is finally justified by witnessing his complete control over space, over movement, over fucking reality itself. He subverts the wise mentor archetype, and I really like that. We've seen enough of that in pop culture, in my opinion. Here, instead, is a young, personable, playful, nonchalant teacher. Instead of being, distant, cold, calculating, pragmatic, some untouchable figure, he acts more like a mischievous older brother. He humiliates Jogo for fun rather than any necessity. A man with the ability to manipulate reality is quite literally above nature itself. He's gonna flex on you, and this episode was just... And that's only possible because of MAPPA. MAPPA is the animation studio, correct, for this? Because holy shit, the animation was nothing short of spectacular. They are the ones flexing on us. And I hope there's much more where that came from. And with that, I'm going to end today's discussion. Hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Keep the conversation going down in the comments below. And check out my Patreon for early access and bonus exclusive content if you're interested. Having said all that, and with that said, until next time, thank you and have a good one. Peace.